Hello everybody and welcome back to another fantastic, beautiful, amazing FTB Infinity Expert Mode video. We have been cruising, right? Like we've made a lot of progress lately on lots of different things. I did do another live stream yesterday, so again, make sure you're following me over there. Make sure you get notified when I go live. If I go live at a time that doesn't work for you, remember, Twitch will have the video on demand up so you guys can catch that as a little bit of bonus content, for whenever I stream. But during the stream, we did a few things, and the main thing was we edited our Botania setup. Yes, indeed. Now, it's still not 100% perfect because I can't get the comparator to read the signal properly. I'm not sure if anybody else knows. I tried to do a greater than or equal to, but it's not functioning right, and it's not reading the comparator. So that's a thing. If I have it here, it just is always on. That's why I'm currently out of burgers. I am completely out of burgers. It drained through them all, and that's fine. It happens. I'm not going to be too worried about it. I may do some improvements over at the burger factory, but that's a different story. But this is our new Botania setup for TerraSteel. This area here is completely for TerraSteel and the Elven Portal. Those are my two main goals of this area. I do have the Alchemy Catalyst right here just because I don't really have any other setup at the moment. But as you can see, check this out. Really fast TerraSteel going on over here. Just boom. I love it. I absolutely love it. Look at how quick that is. Nice and quick TerraSteel production, and lots of mana, well, a decent amount of mana to go with it. So this should, by theory, get us, what, half a stack of TerraSteel per go-around if we decide to, go with it type thing. So that's pretty sweet. This guy here, I don't know. I don't know what to do with this guy. We may need to... I don't know. I might need to move it or something. You know what I mean? Let me just do a quick test here. Let's get some red alloy wire, and then I'll explain all of the differences here. So let's actually move this with the red net cable. Boom, boom. Let's put it right in the corner instead. So we'll put this right here. No. Let's put it like this. Okay, good. And we will just run the red alloy like so. Ooh, that's not going to work, is it? Anyways, greater than or equal to 2, okay, or 14. I've tried both versions, or both ways, and it still always is completely negated. Okay, so we need another piece of red net right there. And let's... oh, man. And then I'll explain all the piping here. Okay, good. You can disconnect these because you really don't need them. There we go. Okay, so that should be outputting down of a constant 2. And the timer should still be running. Okay. Now... this, if I set this to a 14, it should still run as well. That's the thing. It's not changing the output either way. So anyways, we have wireless transmitter here and a wireless receiver over on this side for our timer. Our timer is set to 20 seconds, not a huge deal, and that is pulsing all of this red alloy wire. Now the cool thing about red alloy wire is it actually fits underneath transfer pipes, as you can see here. So it's triggering all of these droppers. We have hyper rationing pipes connected to each dropper, and basically what that means, and it's going to be tough for me to show it to you because we don't have any burgers, but what it means is one burger will end up in each dropper, only one. All right, and then at this, once the timer ticks, boom, it fires them all, and all of them receive burgers. Pretty sweet, right? I think so. I think the system is fantastic. I just need more burgers again, which is another whole different problem. And then these guys are all floating Gorma Lilies with some Gaia Mana Spreaders above there to connect them to different distribution corners here. These guys work great because you can put the dropper right underneath them. Just fires the burger up, it eats them. Fantastic system. Over here, I have a little bit of a different system. We have an above ground one. Similar setup. We have an ender chest and all that jazz. Same hyper rationing and all of that. We have the red alloy wire running underneath, like so, to trigger the droppers. These guys, though, I have glass separating them so that they don't eat each other's food, basically, because we went with the checkered board pattern instead of the extra spaces like we have over here. Then I used overgrowth seeds on the soil underneath. Now, what those do is they improve the amount of mana that you get out of the Gorma Lilies. Pretty sweet, right? The enchanted soil is there, and we're good to go. Highly recommend if you want further in-depth overall information, check out that live stream. It's only like 2 or 3 hours long. It's not that bad at all. So make sure you check that out. Now, we're kind of at a crossroads here. We need the dragon land. I basically just need to make a land, I think. Because it's not going so well finding them and all of that stuff. We're not having much luck in finding the rarity 6 stuff. Let's put it that way. Alright? So we're not having the best of luck finding it. So I think what we need to do is we really need to just keep going and whatnot. But what I'm thinking is all of this setup right here and all of this setup back here, I think we need to move. I think we need to clean it up. I think we need to improve it. I think we can do so much better with so many more different things. And we need to get to work, right? Like, there's a ton of stuff that we need to do for this. So I'm not going to do that this episode, but probably expect that over the next 1, 2, or 3 episodes. We're going to move our ME stuff. Okay? Now, yeah, I even ran out of soybeans, didn't I? Oh boy, that's a disaster. Okay, so that's really bad. Anyways, we'll leave that. I'll worry about the burgers after I'm done the video. The thing that I want to make today is the Sword of the Wyvern. Why are there swords in here? Why is this in here? Why are these in here? Why? Why are they in here? Do I not have golden swords? I don't. Okay, well, we're not farming Crimson Cultists anymore, so we can probably just deal with that like so. Okay. Anyways, what I want to make is a new sword. Yeah, we're back on the new sword train. A lot of you mentioned, what happened to the other one? Blah, 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 blah. You're using the Ender again. Yeah. Basically, let's put it this way. The Kikoku and me didn't exactly see eye to eye. The amount of damage that was coming out of it, even though it claimed a lot more, is not really something that was working for me. It actually took me longer to kill the Gaia than with the Ender. So much so that I made basically a full quartz lifesteal cleaver to fight the Gaia. Alright, so, I mean, yeah, 432 quartz on there, 56 attack damage, all that kind of stuff. So, really what we need to do is, I want to improve overall. And the best way to do that, and I think it's one of the best swords in the game, if I'm not mistaken, is the Sword of the Wyvern. Now, again, that cleaver does more, right? But the Sword of the Wyvern, it's really good. It attacks in a 3x3 area in front of you. It has a charge, which is great. It does 20 attack damage and 10% mob health as well. So really good on bosses. And it's a little bit expensive. So let's first look at everything we need. It looks like we need 5 Wyvern cores. And that is these guys right here. So let's see how many we can get. I think we can get all 5. And we can. Excellent. Alright, so then we need the Draconian blocks. 1 and 2 of those. I'm going to take one of the cores out, because we're going to need that. We have the emerald ore, and we already have the mana dust. The only thing that we need to do is the Wyvern energy core here, and that requires some destabilized redstone poured over it in a casting table. Ooh, really? A casting table. Okay. That doesn't sound enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like, there's enjoyable things. That one's not it. Anyways, I'm going to get a whole bunch of destabilized redstone ready to go. And what I think we're going to do actually is, do we just want to make like a whole nother smeltery just for this? I think we do. I think we do. Let's see. Seared bricks. Okay, let's look. Do we have grout? Let's make a little bit more grout. We'll craft that up. I'm going to get some more bricks and everything. We'll get another casting table done. And I think that should handle most of our needs. The other thing with moving the ME system is I wouldn't mind moving it... yes, liquid translocators. Those will work fantastically. I wouldn't mind getting another ME controller with it as well. So that could be a thing as well. So let's see. What are they called again? Seared, right? Seared bricks. Yeah, there we go. We have 1,100 dimlets. Wow. Okay. So we'll do that. We're going to need another controller. Good. And we're going to need a piece of glass to get ourselves a tank. Okay. And I think we have enough already. And I think we should make this kind of in our little smeltery corner over here. So let's work on this, and we'll do it right beside it. Now this guy, I only want to be like a 1x1. Oh, that's not right. I only want it to be like a one space smeltery. So what I'm thinking we'll do, how do I want to fit this? Because this wall is shared. That's a bit of a problem. You know what? Let's build it right here instead. I kind of like this spot. So we'll put down the controller, just like so. We'll put down the seared tank, and we'll start building this guy up. And like I said, it's only going to be a 1x1. Oh, you can't go there, can you? And we need the seared tank. Can it go on the bottom? I don't know. Yeah, okay, there we go. That works. So we're just doing like a 1x1 because it's only going to hold liquid redstone, right? So let's put a drain right here. We actually need another drain as well, but let's grab that in 1 second. Okay, good. All right, that is more than good enough. We are good to go there. Let's get... we don't really have any more spare blazing pyrotheum, do we? Let's put some in here anyways. There we go. We'll steal a little bit from both of these. Perfect. All right. Then we need to get a casting table. I think there's one still in this... No, that's a basin. Okay. So we need a casting table and we need another drain. Both of which easily obtainable. All right. Let's get our seared bricks. Make another drain. Good. And a casting table. Very good. So this guy is going to... So that drain is there. Now this one is going to go right here. Like so. Perfect. And basically all that we're going to do is we're going to have our redstone portable tank right there. Nailed it. That guy will go right like so. This can go in there. And all we need to do is we hit this like so, and we should start to see the redstone fill up. We have 7,200 exactly. Oh, funny how that works, hey? It's like I planned it. I didn't actually plan it, but I'm really glad that it worked out. And then all we're going to do is liquid transfer nodes with the glowstone dust to improve their rate. And like so, it should pull all 7,200. We should already have more poured in, which we do. Good. And there we go. It has converted. Now, the cool thing about this smelter is redstone can't just go in a casting table. So this will just wait for us till we need it. As soon as I input something that needs redstone poured over top of it, boom, it goes. I guess we actually don't need the blazing pyrotheum here, do we? We aren't melting anything. No, we are not. So, let's actually just take this out. I don't think we need it for it to function. So, that's a bonus. But we have our Wyvern core. Now, the last thing that we need for this build is Sword of the Wyvern. The last thing that we need is the Aetheric sword. Now, here's a fun fact. You cannot make this sword once you have upgraded to the pseudo-inversion sigil, which we did. Because all that it gives you is the Kikoku. Okay? So, what you need to make sure you have is another division sigil activated. And you need to then do it the old-fashioned way. We need to divide by diamond. Pretty straightforward, right? And we need a piece of obsidian as well. This could get a little interesting. Let's see. I need a regular crafting table. I grabbed way too many there. I only thought I saw one. So, what we need to do... I guess we'll go and put it back over here. I removed this because I thought we were done with it. Little did I know, right? Okay. Alright. Divide by diamond. Are we ready? 1, 2. Oh no. Oh god. I'm dead. It's fine. It's fine. Look at that score. Oh, 13,365,000. Anyways, that's what not to do. Just saying, don't do that. Highly advise against it. I'm going to get all my gear because this is going to take a while. And we'll be back in but a second. Okay, so we're back here. Let's do this right this time, right? 1, 2, boom, 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 boom. See, easy if you do it correctly. It's fine. I actually wanted to test if I crafted one of these with one of the unstable ones, but I decided, I didn't want to die again. So, it might be good for science, though. Just saying. Anyways, bam. There is our Sword of the Wyvern. Now, obviously, we need to do some things to it, right? We need to... Oh, there's my golden bag of holding. I was like, what? Did I lose that? Alright, so we'll do that, and we'll bring back out our Staff of the Traveling instead. Very good. Now, there's a few things that we obviously need to enchant this thing with. Let's see. So, there's plenty. I already made one of these for the mob grinder, didn't I? I forgot all about that. Now, we can get the upgraded one down the road as well, the Draconic Sword. This guy is awesome. But as you can see, it requires a decent amount of awakened, full blocks of pure mana, and a dense emerald ore. But that is something that we can strive for sure. Now, you can put a lot of different things on this, and what I think we're going to do... No, you know what? We're going to go the book route. I was debating just enchanting it. But I think we're going to go the book route. We'll get the sharpness 5. We'll get all of the good things, basically. Or as many as I can. We need to get a Reaper on there, I guess. Do we really need Reaper, though? I guess it's not that bad to put on there. And then, of course, we probably also want to go with things like... Do we want to put Reaper on there? You know what? I'm going to leave Reaper off for right now. We can always put it on later, once I hear back from you guys. I also want to put things like Wrath on there, and there's other enchants that you can get as well. So I'd like to kind of just gussy this guy up, something fierce. So let's do the sharpness first. Boom, so now it has sharpness 5. Very good. Basically, I believe it just doubled its attack damage. Plus 40 now, right? We'll put on the looting and the unbreaking. Oh, I guess unbreaking isn't necessary. So we have the looting and all of that. I guess the next step is basically, I don't even know what half of these enchants are, but maybe there'd be some good ones. Soulbound would be smart. Wrath 5 is definitely something we want on there. I can't remember what else. I'm not sure what Valiance does. Vampirism could be okay, but I don't believe I have any Wrath stuff anywhere. So let's just double check. Wrath in here. I don't believe it's dropped by regular mobs. So I'm pretty sure it's just a crafted enchant that we'd have to do. And is that one of the Thaumcraft ones in the Osmotic Enchanter? I can't even remember. Slowfall. I cannot recall. I'll have to double check exactly where it is. There's Vampirism, Final Strike, Disperse Strikes. Because there's Vampirism. Okay. That's a good thing. I'm guessing it's somewhere around here. Or no, I think it's in... Is it in this one? Void Touched. Wrath, right there. Yeah, that's the guy. So, Infusion Enchantment on the weapon. So, definitely a thing. But as you can see, the cost goes up quite dramatically to 80 essence of Ira, which is pretty crazy, but that is a very nice enchant. And we need to get some Wrath Shards. I don't even know where to find Wrath Shards. Do I have Wrath Shards? I may. But I don't think we're going to get to that this episode. I do have Wrath Shards. Okay, good. I have some Wrath Shards. Good stuff. But yeah, overall, pretty nice. I'm very happy that I have a new weapon that can help aid us in our fights. This guy, like I said, 40 damage, 10% mob health. That's pretty good. And it does attack in a 3x3, so you have a much larger range. You can kind of kill things pretty good. So let's actually just jump into here. One really good suggestion on the last video was to improve this setup down here. And I'm like, you can improve this setup? And they made a great point, actually. We could replace this entire floor with Cursed Earth. And that would give us a whole bunch of new and unique spawns for the entire thing. And really just kind of enhance things. So, let's grab some of the Cursed Earth and get this thing actually going. Because it's not lit up or anything. Wow, we have a lot of Cursed Earth. 400 and something? That it seems a ridiculous amount. Alright, so because we don't have really any problems here, we can kind of just remove all of this. We don't even need to worry. And this will just always be on and active at all times. No, that's the edge. Okay. So, I'm just going to, I think, do this. Because it seems like a great idea to me. Why I didn't think of it originally? Well, that's why I got you beautiful people that watch me. I can't think of everything. I guarantee it. Okay, so we're going to swap this out. We'll get the Cursed Earth down. It's going to get a little bit sketchy. But we'll just do it like this. From down below. Oh, I guess we could probably get away with the Builder's Wand here. Yeah, we can. Good. And bam. Okay. An entire floor of cursed earth. Now, again, there should be no light, so spawns should be a thing that happen decently quick. And then we can just turn back on everything else. Are spawns a thing that are going to happen pretty quick? Why are we not getting any spawns? I'm kind of curious. Why is it too bright? How is it too bright in here? What? Sunlight 15. Really? There's no sun. I thought it was just darkness. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. All right. You proved me wrong. It's fine. Really, this Enderman is just gonna have to die here. Okay, let's turn this off. Let that burn, I guess. Yeah, I did not know that. Good to know. Alright, so what we'd have to do then is we'd also have to replace the upstairs with a solid block so that we're blocking the sunlight. Yeah, I did not... I guess... I mean, it is all yellow, I guess, right? I didn't really think about it. Yeah, one shot. One shot. How do you like them apples, Mr. Enderman? Yeah, I bet you don't like that very much. Yeah, so I guess that's a thing. Okay, I'll be back once I clean that up. Okay, let's try this again, I guess. I've capped off the top. We should see the spawn symbols. Yes, we do. Good. Let's get this guy completed. Okay. So it should be fully spawn ready. And I'm already hearing spiders. That's a good thing. So now let's turn it on. We can turn on the fans. Now spiders might be a problem. Spiders may be a problem. I didn't really think about spiders. I could just add another spike somewhere up higher there. That may just get rid of them. Oh god, that's a lot of mobs. Okay. That should be fine, right? Did they all just spawn at once? Or are we just going to overload the system here with spawns? Or is that spider just clogging things up? The spider may just be clogging things up for us, which isn't ideal. Yeah, I think the spider was just clogging things up. Oh god, I have to remove this. The magnetism's a little bit better on that than it was on the ring. Okay, good. Let's return some of this stuff. Yeah, so that spider was just clogging things up, I think. So, I think what we need to do is we definitely need to improve that and fix the spider problem. So let's just get a diamond spike. I don't have any. Okay, good to know. Alright, I'll have to make another diamond spike to deal with the spiders. But overall, it should improve things anyways. We should get some of the other drops and some of the loot bags and, you know, maybe some more tainted stuff and all that kind of stuff. It should be good. We also seem to be getting more wither skulls. That's a second wither in a row. Okay, well, anyways, let's kill the particles again because, well, this bound armor, he kind of does a lot of particles around you. Just saying. This is all set up by a magnum torch, so no issues there. All of this should be functioning, right? Should be. Okay, so, nice little setup. I'm going to double check where we're at for time on this episode. I need to do a lot of work. There's a ton. I need to fix the burgers, and I need to fix a couple other things. What happened? Uh-oh. Game? Game? Okay, sorry about the weird cut there. The actual game crashed. Good times, good times. So, I quickly improved our cheese farm. We're now actually using an autonomous activator with a bucket. Boom. There, you just saw it. Collecting milk. Milk is going up and becoming fresh milk in a cyclic assembler. Pretty straightforward. And the fresh milk is going into this mini chest. So that setup is pretty good. But now our strain is on the salt. And there's not much I can do about that. Outside of us processing it and piping it in, but even then I've pretty much been voiding it all because I thought I could generate it fast enough and all that kind of stuff. It may balance out once everything's full. I'm currently holding off on using any of the burgers, so it's all currently set to full. I've also expanded on the presser assembly, and I've added a ritual that I can turn on and off, Ritual of the Green Grove, that I can turn on or off at any time that I need additional soybeans. So that guy is going to affect these 3 by 3 right here. I've added a spare harvester here just for when I do activate that, because this guy can't keep up with all of that. So that's one of the things I've done. I've also done a few other improvements. I've planted the melons now. I've planted some carrots at the back there. What happened? Oh yeah, I did that. It's fine. I'll fix it later. I finally got around to planting some sugarcane as well. These guys are going to be very nice to have because I'm sick and tired of farming for paper, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, once this is fully operational, I need to get a harvester for here. I need to plant some other stuff in here as well. Over here, I've planted asparagus, oats, celery, and cabbage. These guys are the ones of the materials that are actually required to make the pressers. So I figured, you know what, let's plant a whole bunch of those in case we start going full crazy. But anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Again, we have to work on the AE system quite dramatically, and that's going to take a lot of work. So thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and bye-bye for now.